Yo, welcome on in, guys. Today we'll be talking about everything you need to know about pets in 2020. Before we start, I'll be splitting up this video into two parts. In this first half, we're going to cover which skills you should be looking for and prioritizing. And in the second part, we'll actually go through and level a pet from 1 star all the way up to 4 stars, showcasing how to level it efficiently, and then also a few tips and tricks you can use to fish for additional skills along the way. All right? As always, if you have additional questions, comments, concerns, or just want to say hi, guys, please feel free to use that comment section below or stop by the Twitch channel. We stream every single day. We'd love to have you, okay? All right, let's begin. First up, guys, we're going to rate the pets by priority, and then we're going to go over which skills you should be looking for and then which ones are the most important, all right? So first pet, we got the hunt pet, and I think this is going to be the #1 for every single player out there, no matter how new, no matter how experienced. If you haven't invested in pets yet, make sure the first one, if you're ever going to only do one, make sure it's the hunt pet, okay? Right here, guys, you see my hunt pet, max affinity. The most important skill you're going to want to get, the one you want to fish for the most if you can, is this S rank on the bottom left. 10% chance to receive 1 additional piece of equipment in hunts. This is absolutely insane. That 1 in 10 chance, guys, can become a epic quality 85 piece of gear. You get a free piece of gear that can be the rarest quality, highest level in the hunt, just for having a pet out while you're autoing. Really, really good. Please get it ASAP. I know sometimes it's random, but just keep an eye out for it and rate this highest in priority, okay? Now, before I continue, all the pets I talk about today, besides the hunt pet, keep in mind, and we're going to touch on this more in the next half of the video, the 4-star pet will let you choose all 3 skills. You can choose all 3 skills of your choice. 3-star pets, you can choose 2. So for most players out there, until you have all 3 S ranks ready, and even if you do have 3 S rank pets somewhere in your roster, you may not want to spend, because it costs a lot of gold, a lot of additional fodder, unless you've been saving up pet food. It's going to be pretty expensive. So for the most part, 3-star pets is the best bang for your buck. Gives you 15 autos, as well as up to, I believe, 3 affinity. It might be 4-star. I think it's 3-star affinity. Yeah. So 15 pets in auto, two skills of your choice. Best bang for your buck. Go for 3 stars until you're ready to make that investment into 4-star. So what other skill should you prioritize if we're keeping it at 3-star? Or just prioritize if you have a 4-star. What skill do you want? Of course, if you can get all 3 here, S rank. But the other 2 hunt abilities are Lesser Charm, Additional Lesser Charm, and Double Crafting Materials. If you had to choose one of these 2 at 3-star, I would say Lesser Charm takes priority. Mainly because charms, as we all know, are a huge bottleneck when upgrading gear. You kind of just run out of them. And every 10 runs, getting a free charm is pretty insane. So I would go for that. Hunt materials is always nice, of course, but Smilegate usually gives us once a month a hunt event where you get additional gold as well as additional crafting materials. So this one, in my opinion, is the least important. That being said, guys, I have a 4-star pet here with a C rank skill. I wouldn't advise A rank. I think would be okay. But realistically, if you're going to invest in a 4-star pet, have an S rank ready. I kind of did it because I wanted 20 auto runs for wyvern farming. And I actually didn't even have a skill ready here. This was a random skill I got for free. It just happened to be a hunt relevant one. So I wouldn't advise that. Keep them at 3 stars for now. You'll miss out on the 5 extra autos, but that's okay. Invest in a 4-star when you have that 3rd S rank skill ready. So hunt pet, #1 priority, and additional piece of equipment, #1 priority. Next pet I'm going to talk about, the next 2 pets I should say I'm going to talk about. You can do either one as 2nd priority pet, but let's go ahead and talk about the lobby pet for #2. All right. This pet has the most varying range of skills you can look for. I'll go over which ones I prefer, and I think there's only one that you really need to avoid. So as you can see here, I have gold earned from selling equipment, always good. And equipment enhanced XP, also just a pretty basic one. That's just a safe bet. Additionally, you can go for equipment enhanced good success chance. If you want to go max enhancing pet, you would go for enhanced good, enhanced great, and then equipment enhanced XP as well to level up gear fastest. For example, you can make a pet like that. I like to have a balanced one, so I have gold, enhanced cost, and then for my 3rd one, I think I'm going to go for equipment enhanced greater. Keep in mind, guys, the equipment enhanced good and greater Greater is pretty much just straight up a better skill. It just gives more XP. The one to completely avoid, the only skill I would say to avoid at all costs is this one right here. Enhance XP. Guys, don't fall into the trap. As you saw in my other pet, it says equipment enhance XP. This enhance XP only counts for leveling units with fodder or other units. It counts for penguins. I think it also counts for pet XP here. I haven't tested it yet, but it's really just not worth it when you only have 2 or 3 skill slots to get. Okay, so avoid this one at all costs. One other skill I didn't mention, there's also a reduced cost for unequipping gear. As we all know, like, it's insane. The gold cost of readjusting and moving around gear is really expensive. So if you're a type of player that likes to swap gear a lot, let's say for guild wars, for arenas especially, an S rank of that can save you a lot of gold as well. So keep an eye out for that one if you're that type of player. But really, the lobby pet has the most versatility. Take your pick. Avoid the avoid the enhance XP. Excuse me. See, I'm even getting mixed up here. Avoid enhance XP. The good ones, equipment enhance XP, gold earned from selling equipment, minus equipment change cost, and then equipment greater and good success chance. Greater being the better one, okay? Lobby pet is kind of just nice to have because it's always doing something, and it kind of has a nice synergy with the hunt pet as well. Especially if you go for the any type of these selling equipment enhance XP when you're rolling that sweet hunt crafting gear. I would rate this also on the same level as priority. I went for it first before the lobby pet, so kind of backs up my argument that these two are pretty much even. The adventure / side story pet. Now, guys, these 3 seals are the only ones that are relevant for this type of pet. These 3 will be the ones you want to combine eventually to 4 stars. But remember, try in the beginning until you're ready to keep most of your pets at 3 star. In which case, there's something very important I need to tell you about, okay? And that's combining. In the beginning, for most of y'all, until you're ready to 4 star, keep 2 separate pets. And you're going to want to combine these 2 in a specific way. Alright? And that is this rare catalyst, the additional chance to get a rare catalyst. Combine it with either the side story or combine it with the double AP here. The reason for that is, of course, because the event currency earned side story and the double chance to receive, or the chance to receive double AP, when you're doing side stories, guy, there's no AP. So these 2 together don't really do much or anything at all, unless there's going to be a new side story with AP or something. But the rare catalyst is always in effect. So have 2 separate pets. You can combine the side story currency with this additional catalyst. So that way, anytime you're farming the side story, you're getting additional currency, which is really good at saving energy. And then, of course, you have that. It's a small chance, but the sooner you upgrade it, the sooner you're going to get additional catalysts, and it'll pay itself off quicker. Eventually, you want to get all 3. That way, you don't have to swap pets around. But remember, the additional catalyst with one of these 2 on the side, and just have 2 different 3-star pets in the beginning. Or a 3-star and a 2-star. Yeah. Currency with catalyst or double AP with catalyst. This is really good, though. This pet will just save you a lot of energy and getting just extra catalyst, double AP when you're farming your Breath of Orbis, or that nice adventure gear from the shop, and then the additional currency, especially when you're running like hell mode, just gets you all your stuff quicker. So very, very good pet to have. And on top of that, the 20 extra runs, 15 runs when you're autoing this is good too. So that brings us to our last and pretty much least pet, in my opinion. It's going to be the altar pet. Now, remember, guys, for the side story / adventure mode pet, I told y'all to have 2 different ones. I have 2 here, 2 different pets. So there's going to be 3 skills you go for 3 pertinent skills for the spirit altar. That is the chance to receive additional greater runes, chance to receive common runes, and then chance to receive epic runes. And keep in mind, the epic rune one has a just lower chance overall compared to the other 2. Now, if we were to prioritize those, I'll show you what I did. I like to have these 2. This is probably my most used one because 1, the chance is just higher than the epic rune chance, and then 2, these work in more levels. As you can see here, the greater one works in Spirit Altar 4 and above, and the common one works in every single Spirit Altar 1 and above. The epic one only works if you're running Spirit Altar 7 and above. Normally, for most of y'all, you will be running usually Spirit Altar 9 or 10 anyway. But in case you need to farm extra stuff in lower Spirit Altars, you'll have a pet that always is doing something additional. And the nice thing is when you're running this common rune one, or this greater rune one, when you're farming for those epic runes, it kind of saves you time because you don't need as many of these common runes, so you kind of just get them for free by farming the bigger runes. Now guys, the reason I rate this one the lowest is because, you know, I previously mentioned the hunt event. Smilegate will give us an event that gives additional gold as well as crafting materials. Well, usually at the same time, a day before, they'll have a spirit altar event, in which case you get straight up double runes. So unless you're a brand new player and for the first time you're farming up your Momo specialty change and maxing out that skill tree, the flurry, the Larinas, where you need 400 graders and 40 whatever epic runes, most mid to late game players, you won't really need as many spirit altar farming runs as much as other things in the game. And if you just kind of take advantage of that monthly double altar event, you can kind of stay ahead of the curve for whatever needs you may have awakening usually. So that's why I rate this the lowest. Have 2 separate pets, and then I like the greater and common one, but you can't go wrong with the epic either. Just take your pick. Eventually get all 3, but for me, I'm gonna put that off as long as possible because altar runes just not really a priority. You get so many for free. All right, guys, I think that covers it for the for just the battle lobby skills priority. Stay tuned for the next video, which we will, like I said, cover raising a pet from 1 star all the way up to 4 stars, as well as the efficient ways to do it, how to kind of play the RNG the way I like to do it, and also a few tips and tricks along the way to fish for more S rank skills. Okay, so stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.